Joel, just obviously the penalty kill turned out to be a big story tonight, late in the game. Just what did you guys do to really, besides Gus making some huge saves, to really close this out?
Yeah, I think, like you said, I think Gus made great saves at important times. We just tried to, take away lanes, let Gus see the puck, and he made some really big saves there at the end for us.
Kirill, just how enjoyable has the start to the series been for you and your line, especially since you missed so much of the season? Just have the impact you have so far. How has that made you feel?
It's always feel good when you win games, and we don't care now who score, who have how many points, and whatever. You just want to win games and just enjoy team game.
Kirill, just the play that Hartman made on your second goal, just the smarts to look at the clock and realize he better fling it there.
Yeah, it was smart by him, and it's what I tell him too after this goal. It's a smart play.
Joel, what's it been like to watch Kirill and Matt on either side of you as you do a lot of the dirty work?
Pretty fun. I think how hard they work is really setting a standard for our whole team. Probably the two hardest working guys every night, and making plays and being on those pucks. It's fun for sure.
How are you shutting down the Eichel line? What's been so effective so far in this series?
I think that's our whole team. Just playing tight together, just trying to take time and space away from them. Just defending well as a team, as 5 guys and a goalie for sure.
A lot of goals, obviously, so far this series, and a lot on you and Matt. But the way Gustavsson has played, he got a little kudos at the end there from the crowd, just for him to maybe kind of get a little bit in the spotlight here. But how steady has he been this series?
What I say?
Did you want?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He played great, and he played all season great, and especially tonight, in the end, he did so many huge saves, and just it's like I say after the last game, it's we just it's 2-1 series now. We minute ready for the next game. It's enjoy tonight a little bit, and just next new day, tomorrow.
It's just 3 games, guys. Kirill, just how happy are you for Marco? This how it is. You're a top liner all year long, and then suddenly you land on the 4th line. It's probably probably is frustrating for him. Yet he's kept his head up and scores a huge goal today. Just how impressed of just how he's been professional throughout this.
It's probably not easy, but. Time go a little bit lower, but he did a great job, especially tonight. Like you say, it was a huge goal, and then I feel like he played a little bit more. Sometimes we go Mizuki him a couple shifts, and he did a great job. He played good tonight. Yeah.
Kirill, you said after game 2 that you couldn't wait to come home and bring the fun here with you. Did this meet all your expectations, the crowd tonight?
Yeah. Great fun. This was good.
Kirill, just about the way this team defends, the shot blocking you guys are doing. You had your skate blown off. The effort that everybody has put in, is that something that was talked about before this series began, that we have to play like this if we want to move on in the playoffs?
I don't think so. We did just in playoffs. I feel we do this all year. This things like block shots and try help each other, because if somebody can have mistakes in D zone and other guy can take block shots on yourself, and we just especially playoff. Yeah, when you have chance, any players try to do block shots. It doesn't matter who.
Kirill, I know you and Boldy have a lot of the points, but how much has Ek over here helped you, and what ways does he kind of help you guys as a line work together so well?
He did so much, especially like face-offs and net front and so many dirty pucks. He always won battles and plays so hard, and he played great. He did so much. Молодчик. I don't know. It's hard for me. You guys see everything, and I just don't want to say too much. Too good, you know, because if he go home now and no sleep, think about this too much maybe. He played great. Yeah. Good.
Thank you.
Gus called it an energy giver. How would you describe it when he's really rolling?
Yeah, I mean, when he's playing the way he is, it's, you know, he's one of, if not the, you know, hardest players to play against for a defenseman in the league. And, you know, such a special, dynamic player, works so hard, and great teammate, and a guy we're so grateful to have, especially in a series like this.
Him and Matt, Brock, I mean, I know they're the best players, but they still have to play that way, and they have this whole series. Just how impressive has that been, and such a catalyst for you guys in light of their best players not performing up to how they usually are?
Yeah, I mean, those guys bring it every night, whether the puck's going in or not, and you know, just their work ethic on the ice is just. You know, they're the hardest workers and, you know, the most skilled players. So, you know, when you got two guys who have both those traits, they're hard to stop and we're hard to beat. So it's definitely fun to watch those two.
With all the goals, it probably gets kind of lost in the shuffle how well Gustavsson's been playing.
Yeah.
So for him to kind of get his flowers at the end there, the crowd
Absolutely.
standing up and then chanting his name.
He makes big saves. You know, that's what he does. He's so strong, so rock solid all year, and you know, it just feels like every time we need him most, he makes that save or those saves, and you know, it's so comforting and builds so much confidence, especially our D-core. We notice those things, you know, breakdowns and such, maybe a little more in forwards, but you know, to have a guy like that behind you, him and Flower, it's a pretty damn good tandem. So
The 3 or so PKs at the end, I mean, the way the season went with your penalty kill, all of a sudden you guys are you're stepping up and at the right
yeah,
time.
I mean, it's you know, it's one game at a time. It's whether you have the best PK in the world or the worst PK. It's you know, you're either 0 for 1 or 1 for 1 when the game starts. So you know, taking it one PK at a time. You know, we know our structure and just committing to what gets us those kills, and you know, you're gonna need big saves on the kill. Again, Gus gave us that. Can't fail on clears, and we didn't for the most part. So just try and keep that rolling.
What do you feel has been the key to you shutting down the Echo line?
Yeah, I mean, it's they're obviously extremely dynamic. You know, the way they move, they always find little spots, little seams, little pockets on the ice, and trying to kill plays early is not let them get going, not let them feel comfortable is a major thing, and we've done a pretty good job so far, and the goal is to keep that rolling.
The way you guys are forechecking right now, like as a defenseman, can you relate to kind of just how difficult that makes another team just there?
Yeah, I mean, it's they're finishing every hit. We're finishing every hit. It makes it hard. You know, every time you turn back, taking a hit is, you know, it wears on you, and it makes you think twice sometimes. And you know, so far our forward core has been incredible in that, and making their D feel that pressure. You know, throughout the game, and you know, that energy, that commitment to finishing your hit and skating and working is what's allowed us to make this thing 2-1 so far.
Brock, how happy you're for Marco? You know, we always hear about what a great pro he is, and you know, you can't be happy when you're the second leading scorer and on the fourth line.
Yeah.
And yet he goes and scores a huge goal today, and he's keeping his head up.
Yeah, I mean, that's what that's the group of guys we have. You know, up and down the lineup, whether you're top six or the bottom two lines, it's that's the mindset we have. We're in this together, and him especially. He's you know, he's going to take it on the chin, and he's going to work, and you know, that's just unfortunately the spot that he's been put in. But you know, like I said, maybe he moves up and a guy goes down, and it's the same mindset again throughout the lineup. And yeah, it's definitely to see him score. Definitely you can feel that relief for him, and you know, it's just shows like I said, the character he has and the person he is.
Brock, where's the belief come in this run? You know, nobody expected to see what we've seen in this series, but obviously you guys knew something about what kind of group you have here.
Mm-hmm.
What's pushed you guys into believing that you can be competitive and take series like this?
Yeah, I mean it's far from over, right? It's you know, we've had a good 3 games so far, but you know, it's trying to build. It's trying to take it one period at a time, one shift at a time, and like I said, I think we've been a very competitive team all year. You know, our goal is always to outwork our opponents, and you know, I think we built up to this, and like I said, it's a roller coaster. It's the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, and you feel that, and just trying to keep building and going upward. And like I said, it's we've won 2, they've won 1, and it's on to Saturday, and you know, we're always a confident group in here.
Spurge, first off, you guys had a bunch of block shots in game number 2, and it's certainly a mentality that gives your team an edge. How much does that galvanize a group when you see everybody bought in?
Yeah, it's awesome. Obviously, this time of the year, it's huge, and especially when you get those shifts that are extended in your zone. There comes times where you're going to have to block a couple in one shift, and it's just part of the game right now.
How excited are you to play in front of the home fans? I know you've done this many times in this building, but it's a special place.
Yeah, they always bring an extra level. So obviously coming back home and just playoff hockey in general, this is always that more excitement, and they always bring it as well. So we're looking forward to it.
You guys have avoided penalties for the most part in this series. That's going to be a huge factor moving forward. How do you walk that line? You want to get the crowd going. You want to have some big hits. You want to play physical tonight, Spurge, but you don't want to take penalties. How do you do it?
Yeah, just don't chase them. I think we've done a good job of making those checks when they're there, but also not going out of position just for that big hit. And obviously power plays and PKs at this time of the year, they're very important, so the less you can put yourself in that position is huge.
Can you figure out the way a game's going to be officiated in the first 5 minutes? Okay, I mean, are you checking that all the time?
I think you can sort of tell, but they've been doing a great job so far in the first 2 games. It's been pretty clear on what they're looking for, and we sort of got a rundown before the series as well of the scrums and everything like that as well. So it's been pretty good communication with those refs.
Jared, how much carryover can there be from a game, from what took place in game 2?
Yeah, obviously you can take some stuff. We had video this morning, but it's a new game today as well. So each one, whether you win or lose, you always got to reset and go back at it.
The longer you played, the more you realize there's a finite to this, and you never know if this could be the year to make the run because you don't know how many kicks at the can you get.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, like you said, the older you are, the more or luckier you feel every year you get the chance to even get into playoffs. So you just got to take it day by day. There's lots of highs and lows and ebbs and flows of the game, but you just got to stay even keel.
What's the hardest thing about playing against Vegas?
There's a deep team that plays offensively with skill, so we've just been trying to stay on top of them right now and get to our game as quick as possible.
You know, the fans were great tonight, and like I said, it was a good one.
Ryan, how does this team have this belief all of a sudden where, at least to us, at least to us on the outside, there's a real belief in this room, it seems like, watching you guys play right now?
Yeah, you know, obviously we're a confident group. You know, we're a top team, you know, all season. You know, top 5 in the league throughout, you know, most of the year, and you know, we lost some key guys, and obviously, as you can see out there right now, they're a big part of our team. And but you know, it's say we got to refocus. You know, Saturday's a big game for us.
Ryan, this team's best players are out playing their best players. How much is, shutting down the Eichel line, though, a team effort and indicative of what you guys are doing from the net out?
Obviously, I think, especially at home, we get to go out with certain lines. And, we're doing a good job of playing the right way. I don't think we're trying to do too much. We're just trying to make them play defense. It's no one really wants to play in their own end. So obviously, when we can keep them hemmed in defensively, that's kind of what we've been trying to do.
Sorry if you already addressed this, but I saw you look up at the clock as that time was winding down in the period. Well, so you looked at that and you figured all I got to do is just fire this thing, right?
Yeah, I just wanted to see how much time I had left. I didn't want to rush a shot if I didn't have to, but obviously it was like 3.5 or whatever when I looked. Had to get it quick, so glad I looked. I was probably shooting it anyways, but.
Thanks, Ryan. I saw 4.4 when I saw you.
4.4?
When I saw
I think
you look
actually
up,
it
so I
was
will.
3.8, which
Was
I
it
thought was
3.8?
ironic. So,
Yeah.
hey, can I ask you, Rossi? He's obviously this has got to be hard for him, to immediately be put on the fourth line when you're second in the league, second on the team in scoring. How happy are you that he also, like you, this is playing and this has got to be playing mental games with him a bit.
We're all going about our business, especially Marco. He's a good pro. He obviously got a big goal for us tonight. I think I said this the other day. It's throughout the playoffs. This isn't probably the exact lineup that's gonna. The lines are gonna get switched at some point. They always typically do. If that's middle of the game, if that's game to game. You just got to be ready. If you're in the lineup, you're good enough to make a difference. So I think he's got a good attitude.
Thanks, bud.
How much have you realized how important these games are, the way you play right now? You've changed what you've done from the regular season, the effort you're putting in, the sacrifice that you're making out there. You've been through these cup runs before. You know how special this time of year is and what's there waiting for you if you can get through it.
Yeah, the great thing about playoffs is it's one game at a time. You focus and contain all your energy into 60 minutes. You don't have to think about the next day where you don't have to think of too far ahead. You know exactly your opponent, and you get to harness all that energy and commitment to one game. And then that game ends and you forget regardless of the results, and then you get to do it all over again. So that's the best part about playoff hockey.
The way this team defends, it's infectious, isn't it? Somebody blocks a shot and everybody on the bench is giving them a pat on the back when they get back, and then you see Kaprizov blowing his skate out, blocking a shot.
Yeah. Yep, that's been our identity all year. Everyone plays the right way. We don't have anyone floating around. Everyone's got to be responsible. That's when we play our best, and everyone's been committed to that.
Hit him to make him not come up to play, because that's how they scored. They scored at the first goal last game. Hannafin came down, scoring down hash mark, and if we hit him and make him fall down or something like that, they can't join the rush there. So it helps us in the neutral zone too.
What was key on the PKs, especially late?
We took away some key plays there, and then we gave him some shooting lanes, and we know where the shot is usually coming from, and they picked up the sticks and boxed it out, and when it got a rebound, they cleared it.
How contagious is Kirill when he's that demonstrative, when he's going well? He's playing with the crowd, he's celebrating. How big is that for this team?
Oh, he's such an energy giver. Just his skill plays, his angles, or anything like that, and finding passes that people don't see, and it's building from the bench and out on the ice. They're just everyone feel more energy to try and going, and as the best player he is on our team, he blocks shots too, and that spreads to the rest of the team.
How nice is it for you in goal to have such a cushion from your team You know, that a few weeks ago the goals were tough to come by. You felt like maybe you had to be perfect.
Yeah, and that part of the game is kind of frustrating. You know, you stand back there. You know, if you let in one soft goal like today, maybe 2 weeks ago, it would have been way tougher for the team to come back there. And being able to score 4 goals now and 1 empty net, it makes it way easier and more relaxed from my side, knowing we have that cushion.
How much does it mean to you to see your team, you may have addressed this already, but blocking those shots and eliminating a lot of extra, as you said, alleys for them to use to get to you?
Yeah, no, I go around and thank him after a game all the time for all those block shots. You see they have ice bags and bruises all over, and top lines are doing it. They're sacrificing their body, and that's what we have to do to win. So all kudos to them.
Thank you.